Landing in Canada as a newcomer feels like stepping into the new step in our life. Maple syrup almost on everything, wider open roads, and we think that our life is set. Well, I had the same case, but the reality hit very hard within a few days, especially when it was time to pay for the utilities and the rents. I had no Canadian bank account, no Canadian credit card. Like every other immigrant, I had no idea how different financial institutes work. It is a fact that many major banks here in Canada they charge more for their monthly maintenance account fee, and that was more than 1 week of grocery fee if I compared to my back home. In fact, I was in shock when I came to know that sending money home cost more than one good meal in a very good restaurant if I compare to back home. This is when I realize if I don't fix my money game in Canada, my dream life will become the stress life, at least during the beginning years. So today I am breaking down how I set up my finances after landing in Canada and made my life easier, whether it's investing, saving, budgeting, or making credit history. In this video, I'm gonna share step-by-step simple methods, my mistakes and fixes that will help you save hundreds of dollars and weeks of trial and error. Whether you have landed in Canada or you are planning to come as a newcomer, this video is gonna be your money playbook I wish someone gave me earlier. Hey friends, this is Mayur and welcome back to the video where we talk about money, mindset, and making our financial life easier. A quick heads up, whatever I'm gonna share in this video is just based on my personal story and the countless of hours I spent in researching and testing what works. I am not a financial advisor, but I am your financial curious friends who has been went through all these confusions. I have made the mistakes and I am making sure that nobody else commits the mistake and save their time. Here is the roadmap for today's money journey. First, we are tackling how I picked up the right bank and built a credit history from absolutely nothing. Second, we will talk about building a Canadian emergency fund because trust me, rent and winters here are brutal. Third, I will share my budgeting system and some money saving hacks that will keep more money where it belongs and in your pocket. And fourth, we will dive into the mysterious world of tax advantage accounts like TFSA and RRSP and how to start investing the smart way. And finally, we will explore why we should not avoid taking a life insurance. Are you ready? Let's jump in. When you land in Canada, you will realize that without a Canadian bank account and credit history, you are almost invisible financially. Your car lease becomes very hard to get approved. There will be higher insurances and interest rates, and your homeowner will ask for a co-signer if you want to lease an apartment or a house. Basically, your financial identity does not exist here until you start building it. In my case, I started comparing top 5 banks here in Canada. TD, Scotia, RBC, CIBC, and BMO. They are almost everywhere. But the one thing they love is to charge money. Yes, do not fall into their iPad trap that they offer because you need to know that nothing is free in Canada. I opened two different accounts at the two different places. First, I chose EQ because it does not charge any money on any account, whether it's a saving account or checking account. In fact, they give 3% interest rate on high interest saving account. And I generate more than $60 a month free money that comes from my emergency fund park over there. And that is almost free money, right? The second account I opened was with TD Bank. I opened two accounts there too. One was saving and one for checking in order to credit my salary over there. The reason I opened that account is that in case if I need to see a banker in the future for loan or something, this could be the best place. If you are a newcomer or a student, Make sure you discuss these terms at the beginning while you go for the opening an account. They generally offer newcomer package and that will waive off your maintenance fee for almost a year. So within a week of opening the bank accounts with the TD Bank, I got my first credit card. It was a simple cashback credit card with $2,000 cash limit. I used that credit card for almost everything, paying for gas to groceries. Here is the golden rule. Always pay your credit card bill in full, and that is too before the due date. By following this simple principle, I was eligible to get the TD Premium credit card. That was the TD Aeroplane credit card. This card helps me generate air miles point, which I can use to redeem for flight bookings. This is all I got for free just by maintaining a minimum balance in my saving accounts and just following the simple rule. If you manage your finances well, you do not need to keep two or three credit cards like many people do. The main thing that happens over here is that if even if you miss a single payment by mistake, first your credit score will be reduced drastically, and the second you will end up paying a good amount of fine, and that's 18% interest rate. Here is the harsh truth about Canada. It is expensive. And yes, I'm not talking about Harvey's Putin or Timbits. You must be ready to pay a security deposit to your landlord, doing winter tire related maintenance, or any unexpected healthcare related expenses that is not covered by your provincial plan. If you don't have an emergency fund, one unexpected bill can totally wipe out your peace of mind and send you into a panic. Generating an emergency fund is the most basic and the crucial steps I recommend to everybody who wants to start their financial journey. Start building your emergency fund at least for 3 months that can cover your expenses. Generally, this amount depends on your lifestyle, so it varies person to person. For me, I have generated my financial emergency fund for almost 12 months, and that has been parked in my high interest saving account. Since you already have a high interest saving account like the one we talked about in the previous step, start putting your money here. You will be generating your tiny passive income, and believe me, watching this money grow is incredibly motivating. In fact, I have made a detailed YouTube video about the emergency fund. The link is in the description box and it will give you highlight and everything about emergency fund. This fund was a game changer for me. Before I had it, every unexpected expense was like a nightmare financial crisis. But now I have it. Now, if my car breaks down or my landlord asks for 1 month's upfront rent, I know I am covered. And this feeling is priceless. Budgeting is the most essential step to follow in starting our financial journey. It helps us locate where does our money go. Based on budgeting, using the past data, we can predict how much money we will be needing in the future. Budgeting in Canada is little bit unique. You will have to consider seasonal heating bills, different mobile plans, and insurance on literally everything. If you don't track where does your money go, you will overspend even without realizing it. My system is pretty simple and I call it as zero based budgeting. This means every single penny in my bank accounts work for me. It can be either fixed interest generating emergency fund park into my saving account or the ETFs or stocks that I had bought under my RRSP and TFSA. I use free Google Sheet to track my each and every dollar that I had spent or earned. There are many free tools are available on the internet to track down your budgeting, but you make sure you use the most simple one because you do not want to spend much of your time in budgeting. Now let's talk about something that you need to do along with the budgeting is called weekly money routine. This is a secret sauce to make your money management effortless. I just simply follow three different steps for 15 minutes each week. First, I review my bank accounts and credit card statements. This is not about being paranoid, but it is staying aware. I quickly check for any unexpected charges that happen in my credit cards, or make sure that my expenses are matching with my budgeting of the month. Second, I pay any bills that are due in the next week. This prevents me from paying late fees and helps me keep in control. I do not need any last minute stress. And third, I quickly check on my investing accounts. I am not making any changes, I am just observing them. This keeps me motivated and reminds me that whatever I am doing is worth. Once you have built your financial safety net, it is time for you to grow some money and save some taxes. But here is the part where most newcomers and students lose their mind. They don't know what the heck RRSP and TFSA are. They sound like some government cheap secret codes, but don't worry, let's decode them. TFSA. TFSA stands for Tax Free Saving Account. It is the best for any midterm or the flexible financial goal. And what is the best part? Whatever money you grow in this account is completely tax free when you withdraw it to your bank account. It's a magic, right? One another best thing about this account is that you can withdraw your money invested in TFSA anytime. You do not need to wait or you do not need to pay any fine. But there is one catch. Whatever money you invest in this account does not get deductible from your total income. That means you do not get any tax benefit from that. But the baseline is that whatever money is grown in this account is totally tax free. Then you have your RRSP. It stands for Registered Retirement Saving Plan. The name itself is suggest it is for retirement. The plus point of this account is that whatever you invest in this account gets deducted from your gross income. Let's make it simple. Let's say if your annual gross income is 100,000 and if you invest 10,000 in your RRSP, your total taxable incomes becomes only 90,000. That means you won't get charged on that 10,000 that you have invested in your RRSP. But you gotta make sure you cannot invest any numbers of amount in your RRSP. There is a limit that's called RRSP investment limit that is generally 18% of your gross income from the previous years. Similar like TFSA, you can withdraw the amount you have invested in your RRSP anytime. However, there is a catch. Whatever you withdraw from your RRSP, that's get added to your gross income. That means this amount will be taxed according to your tax bracket. However, there is a bonus hack with this account. You can use your RRSP invested amount to pay for your first house purchase. You can open these accounts with any financial institute across the country. My favorite is Well Simple is a financial broker that allow you to use their platform to invest in different stocks and the ETFs all across the world. The main reason why it is my favorite is that it allows you to buy any ETFs or stocks on a fraction and that too automatically. That means it automatically invests your money on behalf of you. I mainly invest in various Canadian ETFs and some US stocks. The link is in the description box. If you want to use Wealthsimple as your financial broker, you will get the welcome bonus of $20. This is not about becoming Warren Buffett overnight. This is about setting up a simple investment system that helps your money grow silently while you focus on building up your life in Canada. And trust me, 5 years from now, you will thank yourself for starting so early. Now, let's talk about something that most people either avoid or misunderstand: life insurance. When I talk about life insurance, most people think that either it is a scam, a waste of money, or it's boring. And honestly, I get it. Paying high premium without expecting any financial reward feels like you are throwing money into the trash. Nothing exciting comes out of it until life hits you hard. Let's imagine a situation. You are the sole and one bread earner in your family. You have your lovely life partner and a couple of kids eventually. You are young, healthy, and building your life in Canada. One day, out of nowhere, a tragic incident happens and everything gets collapsed. Your income is gone. The financial responsibilities falls on your loved ones. What will happen to the mortgage? Who will take care of their living expenses and their future dreams? Here is the truth. The emergency fund can cover your loved one's living expenses for a certain months, but it cannot cover the lifetime income. Without a plan, one tragic event can wipe out your loved one's financial security forever. And this is where I believe that life insurance is not just a boring financial product. It is like a promise. Although it is boring to make, it is priceless when your family really needs it in your absence. I am not talking about any fancy or expensive policies. Just plan to get one small term life insurance. Why life insurance is a must? Because it is simple, cheap, and very convenient. It ensures that if something happens to your family does not face any financial crisis. It is the ultimate financial safety net. It can cover your mortgages, can pay for your children's education, and can provide the financial stability that your family will be needing in your absence. Here is the funny part. People will happily pay $20 a month for a Netflix subscription, but they will not pay $40 for a life insurance that could literally secure their financial stability. One gives you entertainment, the other gives you financial stability and secure life. Now you think which is more important when life becomes hard? The real cost of ignoring the life insurance is not about you, it's about your peace of mind. It is about making sure that your family is protected no matter what happens. And trust me, this is the bill you never want your family to have to pay. These five basic steps really uplifted my financial life in Canada. If you think that this video has motivated you to save something, do me a favor, hit the like button. It will really help this channel to grow. And make sure you comment what is the most financial problem or money related problem you face as a newcomer. I will make a video on that. Welcome to Canada, my friend. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.